welcome to Psychic Cafe. So I'm just putting the link up for my tarot readings that are half price this weekend. If you want to book in for one of those, my spooky tarot readings with my Dark Mansion deck, you can do. How is everyone today? Happy full moon. Where am I? It's full moon a little bit behind today. There we go. You can see me now. Let's get some cards out. Hey Donna. Whew, I just dried my hair. Now I'm overheating. Okay, let's get some cards out. So I don't know if you watched the energy update for today and the weekly energy update as well. All about the full moon and what this full moon is about. We're going to get deeper into it today. Yay! You found your card. Awesome, Melissa. Hi, Marge. Awesome. Was it on its side like I saw, leaning up against something? Hey, Maria. Wow, my massage was so painful yesterday. I really did a number on my leg, my foot, my ankle. And she almost made me vomit. And it was so painful last night too. I was still feeling nauseous about it, so wow. Old injuries. But it was an injury from 3 days ago which brought out this old injury. It's much better today. But I can't train for a few days to recover properly from it. That was me yesterday. I was in so much pain. So the full moon is all about relationships. Solid foundations in relationships. Here we go. This is the card. I've had it out for ages now. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. It's about relationships. And our dreams needing a practical plan. Dreams of relationships. So that's why we've been getting so many wake-up calls about relationships and the abandonment issues and codependency and all of that. That's why all of that has been happening in this lead-up. To sort that stuff out ready. It seems like there could be something going on today. Looking at the cards and the energy update, but we'll see. It was between 2 coloured pieces of paper. Oh, wow. How interesting. 2 coloured pieces of paper. So let's get some cards out. Let's get deeper into it. I've got a feeling it's going to be about relationship. So it's our La Cretonne Festival today. It's not actually today, it's in a few days, but it's the weekend, so we're doing it today. So that'll be fun. It's where we put flower boats out with nail, hair, and money in it. They're made out of, these boat things, they're made out of natural stuff, flowers and stuff on them. And you put your wishes out and then you put them out into the water. We put them into the ocean here. And it's a really beautiful festival with candles on it too. So it's pretty, it's really pretty. Sometimes there's things as well. I can't think what they're called. Lanterns. Yeah. Hey Yvonne, how are you? You coming tonight, Yvonne? Come. Hey Tara, good morning. Camera's gone. Yeah, chicken's at the door. Hey Chris. Camera's spazzed it. Oh, I forgot to do my phone. Oh God, they've got to sort this software out. I should have told them. Okay. This software doesn't stop the phone from falling asleep. Okay, back. Do you want to go out, chicken? Do you want to go out? Yeah, so let's get some cards out. Hi, Chris. Whew. Just sweat on. Okay, I got a card out. It's an interesting card. It's one that came out in a pick a card read as well. I pick a card read that you haven't seen yet because I'm going to publish it. Or maybe I publish that today. Or tomorrow. It's willing entanglement. Interesting. Because I just read it in that read. Intuitively. But let's read what the book says this time. Willing entanglement. It's when we go into something willingly. Maybe that we shouldn't. Willing entanglement. When this card comes to you, you know you're being shown the ways in which our promises can bind us and in time begin to restrict us. And yet, we've given our word. Hey, Michelle. This is the conundrum of human entanglement and of all relationships. There is the bonding and the beauty of what we give to each other, and there's the binding that comes with the responsibility of love. For this is a card of a person who takes responsibility seriously and who has serious responsibilities. Has just this elfin one, friend to Kitsune, who is working a magic in unison with this tree, for as long as it takes to unbind him from the burdens of those that would exploit nature. This beautiful being has given her pledge to be of assistance with the tree beings, and yet it's brought her to great restrictions and bindings, and even a sense of being imprisoned. This she willingly does, for it's not permanent, and the energy she's offering this tree will lead to its freedom. So know in your own life that there are pledges we make when all is well, and when times become difficult, when we willingly continue, for we know we wish to keep our word and honour our commitments. It's not easy, but it's done willingly, and it's our serious task. There's lots of serious in here. And we learn a great deal about what we can do for others. So this is a willing sacrifice before you now, and one that is good, which will lead to many blessings. Know that there will be a sense of restriction and frustration, and that there are many wishes and hopes that seem to be on hold for now. Yet, while you weave your own magic within these strong boundaries, know that you're creating great power and growing stronger within. When the time comes, it will, dear one, the cords will fall away, and the time will come for you to move and be free and wander where you will once again. Seems like an invitation into codependency to me. Yet she's aware that others are also making their pledges, sending their wishes, and tying them to this great old tree, upon which many a charm and a spell has been woven. And she's now weaving her healing with her own bindings and giving her energy to this tree, fulfilling a responsibility and a charge she's decided to take up, so that in time this great tree can be free of all that's asked of him over and over. While you subordinate yourself and your own desires to this great commitment, know that you'll be watched over and that there's a greater fulfillment awaiting you too very soon. Right. So are you willingly going to enter a situation where there's something to give before you receive? That's what I'm getting from this. You're watching with a friend, Chris? Hey, Teresa. Willing entanglement. It's interesting because we've got to decide, right? So in the energy update, I don't know if you've seen it, for all the signs for this week, I was talking about there could be, it's already happened to me, an offer that seems to be someone that's trying to help you, but they're not. They just want to take from you. They've got nothing to offer, and it's up to us to kind of realise that. And so I think I told you yesterday in the cafe that somebody commented on one of my TikTok videos saying they wished everyone would wake up to these scammers, or something like that. Calling me a scammer anyway. And so I put him right. I said, yeah, I've been making a living off this for 20 years now and helping thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people with my work. And his answer was, how do you help them doing predictions? So I explained to him, it's not predictions, it's about current energies, and it helps changing beliefs, healing, showing people meaning behind things, the reasons behind things. Yes, it does help. Anyway, he changed his mind. And he actually privately messaged me apologising for what he'd said. But then came the offer. And this was the offer. He's interested in starting an online business in a similar area as I'm working in the spirituality arena. And would I be interested in doing a collaboration with him? A collaboration with someone that is thinking of starting a business. So Yeah, I might collaborate with people that have got established businesses that have got something to offer me. But a collaboration with someone that's thinking of starting a business, that's not a collaboration. That's charity. That's someone asking for me to give something to them or teach them or do it for them. Or isn't that the way? Isn't that the offers that we've been given by the masculine so many times in relationships? They've got nothing to offer. There was nothing. It wasn't a collaboration. That was, can you be my business mum? That's what it was. It was an offer of codependency. You see, there's so many people that are used to that, at masculines especially, of giving nothing and being taken care of by a woman. And we've got to recognise it. So I just laughed. I'm like, no, that's not a collaboration. That's charity. You've got nothing to offer. I said no. I do collaborations. I do collaborations when they've got an established business, when they've got maybe an email list, when they've got something to offer. I do collaborations. I absolutely do, Melissa. Yeah, it's great. No, it's great. Collaborations are great. We do need people, of course we do. People live in my business hire all the time. I do collaborations. And sometimes it's like people that have got a set-up business and they want me to do like mini readings or something like this for them to showcase my work. And yeah, I do all kinds of collaborations, but only when someone's got an established business and something to offer me. So that's the kind of offers that we're getting. It's the universe showing us, do you want more of this crap? Can you recognize it now? Can you recognize when someone's not offering you a thing? In the energy update, I also gave an example. You could have, let's say, an Instagram influencer approach you saying, can I have some of your stuff for free? And I'll promote you on my Instagram. You know, these people, they're not offering a thing. They're just going around trying to get what it is that they want, right? Because if they were offering a thing, they'd have a business and they'd offer it and they would say, like, would you like to be in this marketing program? Like YouTube, like Facebook does, you know? You pay for the advertising and it's got real value and you pay for it. And you don't need to pay for it with your goods. So, yeah. Hey, Ariana. So that's the kind of energies coming up. And so this card is very interesting because it says, willing entanglement, going into something knowing that you're giving something away. So you've got to pick and choose these very carefully, especially if you've been codependent. A saviour of people going into those one-sided situations, giving all of your energy away, getting nothing in return for it. Be very careful with this card because, as I said, it seems like an invitation into codependency to me. Got to pick and choose whether something is worth it. Now, it could be that saying, when we're talking about relationships and this full moon, it could be that saying that in relationship, it's a little bit different, right? It could be a little bit different. There's give and take. It doesn't mean you have to wait until the other one is in a stronger position than you and never give to them, right? We did have that message a few weeks ago. It's time to give, you know. It very well could be time to give to a partner. But you gotta pick it right. You gotta recognize it, especially if it's your old patterns of codependency. Let's get some more cards out. Hey Andrea, hey April. But yeah, most of my business, I don't want to be tied up with other things. My business is great, standing alone. It's great. I mean, I don't even need an assistant, which is fantastic. What was that? Felt like a card drop, but it didn't. Did now. Mosaic, we've seen this one before. Number 18. Let chance play a creative role in your life. It's all the pieces coming together, isn't it? This mosaic card. Let chance play a creative role in your life. I'm going to have to hold it differently so you can see it There you go. Trust everything is as it should be. Acceptance. Yeah. When mosaic presents itself, it means you've been trying to micromanage your life, and your fixed view is limiting all the gifts and potential the universe is waiting to make available to you. You've got to surrender, right? This goes for don't try micromanaging. Don't try in law of attraction in your life so much. Because when we use law of attraction so much, it's like putting blinkers on. I just want this in this way, this in this way. And it might not be the best for you. And so you can manifest things and end up in a tower moment because of it. Just because you're really good at manifesting, because you've got this great focus. Watch out. It's time to say I don't know and to break free of the rules and conditions you've placed on yourself and on other people, places and things. Trust that there's no specific right way. Things must be, or progression of events that must occur. Know that you do not know. And that's good in this moment and essential for the next chapter of your life to commence. Chance and surprise are essential creative elements in the unique mosaic of your life. Break free of rigid stereotypes or ideas about what life should look like and even feel, and what other people, places and things should or shouldn't be and do, right? Consider the girl of the mosaic. Her mask is broken free and is shattering as she allows old patterns and old fears to break away. Hues of purple indicate pure wisdom and peace, which she knows. Glowing through every fibre of her being, she loosens her micromanaging grip and weaves her hands through ribbons of energy that begin to wrap around her. The pieces of her mask cling to the fabric and form a new beautiful mosaic pattern. The new fabric of pure potential wraps around her naked form and her life is reborn. Like her, you're free to let go of self-limiting fear. Let your life surprise and amaze you, and appreciate the beautiful potential of a sequence of events you could never have determined or orchestrated. Chance. We've got to be open. We've got to be open and willing to the unknown. We've got to be... Stop trying to guess. Stop trying to predict what's going to happen. Because it's going to surprise us. Like the best things are the stuff that surprises us when we're in that open to the unknown, open to all possibilities. But saying that, we did have the omens card out and in the energy update for today for the full moon. And I do think we've been having signs. I certainly have been having signs, very, very strong signs that something's about to happen in dreams and in other ways too. So maybe you've been having the same thing too. So it does seem like, you know, we are given those leads, or carrots, as I like to call them. Coffee. So how's the full moon energies for everybody at the moment? Hey Troy, hey Elizabeth. Let's get a goddess out. Which goddess today for the full moon? Is there a full moon goddess? Don't know. Bast. Pleasure. Nice. Did you all check out your energy updates for your signs? Did it ring true for you? Bast. Pleasure. Egyptian she is. Bast. Maybe in need of some serious self-care, and the goddess Bast is with you. As the ruler of sex, magic and pleasure, she helps you see and reignite all those aspects in your life. Time to indulge. Oh, yes, relationship. The ruler of sex, magic and pleasure. She's reigniting us. Time to indulge. Well, Taurus had the honeymoon energies, so that's me, hopefully. Had a great productive day, awesome. So far so good, Chris? Yes, tomorrow for you, isn't it, the full moon? A lot of you. Anyway, let's get some tarot out. My tarot readings, my full Celtic cross spread with these cards. With these Dark Mansion cards, special Halloween version. half price at the moment, as are my full moon readings as well. You can find them all on behealing.com on the homepage. The special offers there. But let's get some tarot cards out for the day. We're starting out with the Lovers. Interesting. It's interesting, this card in particular in this deck, because look, hey Deb, look at it. Look at her in the background. Jealous. But the Lovers coming together. Yes, this isn't just like a clean Lovers card, is it? We have two people like they are in many other decks. There's a bit of trouble going on here. Because there's someone jealous in the background there. So, the Lovers card can be about a choice, but it can be about, choosing between people, or a love offer coming in. And as I said, you getting to decide. You choosing whether it's an actual offer, whether they're actually offering, whether they've got something to offer you, or whether it's one of those empty offers like that noob guy. The new business guy. Not only the newbie business guy, but the one that comments on people's online businesses that they're scammers. That person has a very long way to go before they can be successful online. Very long way. I mean, that's a lot of healing work and inner work to be done. Never mind the business stuff. And it takes a while to get a business set up as well. Before you're in the place of being able to collaborate, having anything to offer to collaborate, right? Hey Tanya. So this Lovers card, you gotta know whether something being offered is actually worth it for you. You gotta remember that. Stand in the Empress energy, remember. Is something real and tangible being offered to you? Or could it be in the future? Because we've got that willing entanglement as well. So it's saying, you got to pick what you get entangled in. You got to pick whether it's worth it for you. And women have so not been taught to do that. We've been taught to be like sponges and mothers to everybody, right? Sponges soaking anything up, anything and everything up, cleaning up the spills. Like magic, paper towels. I've been taught to be that rather than choosing what's best for us. Full moon begins at 9:49 in Chicago, so that means it's about 10 p.m. for me. Because we're 12 hours apart, aren't we, Donna? Coffee. Let's get another card out. So we're starting with the Lovers. We haven't had that card in Cafe before. So it is about relationships for sure today. Let's get another card out. I didn't want that one to come out. It wanted to come out before and I'm like, I don't really want that, but okay, this is the message. Four of Pentacles, the miser, the one that's holding it for himself, the one that doesn't want to give anything. This is selfishness right here. It's the miser. So maybe we're being asked to be a bit more selfish. It reminds me of I was doing voluntary work for a charity, and the guy there, I was doing all kinds of work. I was going above and beyond what volunteers there would usually do. I was doing that stuff, and I was doing extra, and I'd offered like my massages and stuff like that. I was doing extra, and we were talking about me getting some of that money because I was doing extra. I was working, wasn't doing just the voluntary stuff. I was working too, you know. And it was very interesting, his approach with it, because he said, "Of course I get paid, but you," like that was his way of looking at it. And it was like, oh, of course I'm valuable and I should get paid by a charity, but not you. And that's the energy that I'm picking up from this. It struck me when he said that, because it's like, it really struck me then. It's like, yeah, guys have been told to stand up for themselves and be that selfish and say, if there's something in it for me, then yes. But women have been taught the opposite, to just say yes, even if there's nothing in it for them, you know. So I feel like this is a call to hold on to your pentacles more, to be more careful. It's what that willing entanglement is about as well. It's like, be careful. Choose. I want to say choose your battles wisely, but it's not battles. It's choose your giving wisely. Interesting. And it's out with the Lovers. Let's get another card out. The Knight of Swords. Woo! The Knight of Swords comes in with some truth. I feel like this is the lover. It's the lover choice. The Knight of Swords comes in to tell you something. Potential lover or an old lover, they're coming in to tell you something. Today could be the day, around this full moon. It could be the time. Of course, because we've got Mercury in retrograde, so this happens, is an ex gets in touch with some truth, with some kind of offer. That's the Knight of Swords. But the Knight of Swords is someone that says something, speaks their thoughts, speaks their truth. And then you get the choice, but there's something. It's not cut and dry. It's not the fairy tale ending. Look at this card. That is not the fairy tale ending. That is, sure, there's an offer of love there, but there's stuff to deal with. Jealousy going on in the background there. But they are coming in with their truth, though. They are coming in with that. Some kind of an offer, and it's their truth. It's their truth. So there's some trouble ahead, but something is moving. Like, we had a lot of the Wheel of Fortune lately. It's leading to the Ten of Cups. Eventually. And that's why, that's why we've been having all of these lessons come up about our issues, about codependency, about abandonment, about all of that stuff. The universe is saying, we know what you want, but you've got all of these issues that are preventing you from getting into this healthy relationship. Makes sense to you, Maria? Troy's in VA. What's VA? Let's get some colour out. So I do expect things to shift. I think that this full moon, we've been getting ready for this. Especially here in Psychic Cafe, we've been getting ready for these energies. Poised. Poised. Are you ready yet? Haven't we been shown all the ways that we're not ready when we thought we were ready? It's like the universe, oh, you think you're ready, do you? Well, what about this? What about this shit? And what about this shit? Oh, but I've passed the test lately. I've seen it. I've been so proud of myself. I've seen it. Like that offer yesterday. It's like, no, that's not you offering anything to me. That's you asking for charity. And old me would have been so all over that. I would have said yes. I would have been, oh, the universe is blessing me with something. I'd say yes to it. And then I would have put all my energy into it and got nothing from it. And it would have detracted my time from my own business and stuff. Oh. But I recognise it this time. I'm like, there's nothing on the table there. I've been passing the lessons. Have you been passing your lessons? Are you ready? Are you ready yet? Or did you fall back in? Did you fall back into old ways? Did you not recognise it? Thanks, Chris. Yeah, could everyone click like on the video? Thanks for remembering and for reminding me, Chris. Are you ready? Is everybody ready for this? And what is it? Exchanging gifts. Exchanging gifts. Not just you giving gifts. Exchanging gifts. Receiving as well. Reciprocity. This is the card of reciprocity. Not necessarily equal give and take. I was about to say equal give and take and I was stopped from saying it. But there's reciprocity. It's going back and forth. As I said, it might be imbalanced at the start, but at least they're offering something. That's how relationships go, right? You're not always like 50-50. Sometimes they're going to need more help. Sometimes you're going to need more help. But it balances itself up in the end. Exchanging gifts. Are you ready to exchange gifts? Can you see it now when it's balanced? Or can you see it? Do you recognize it when it's not balanced? Are you getting imbalanced offers again? Still. March. So with the Egyptian goddess out, would this be karma from the past? Is it? It could be. As I said, it just depends whether you're ready or not. Just depends whether you've been getting ready or not. I feel like I'm ready. As I said, I'm really proud of myself. I'm like, wow, I've grown up at last. I didn't fall into the same traps that I've been doing my whole life. I didn't go on my life. Yeah, I've not fallen into those traps. The traps were there and I saw them this time. Let's get some romance out. Seeing as we're on about relationships. I'm preferring working with these cards. Make the effort. I'm preferring working with these cards and getting some clarification on them. They're so, I don't know whether I really like these romance angel cards. They're so simplistic that it's better with clarity. Better getting clarifiers out with them. Because they're so not straightforward, these cards. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So there is some offering that you need to do if you've been holding back because of old patterns. If you've been like, okay, I was given too much in the past, now I've got to hold myself back. It could be like time to make the effort now. Okay, got the sex card out. Make the effort with sex, get support as well, let them support you, let them give to you. Time to make the effort. Maybe time to open up and let them love you. Could be time to open up. Let's leave those. Your love's dying. Do you mean, Troy, do you mean your heart's dying, or do you mean someone you're in love with is actually dying? Let's get some animals out. So that, the dream I told you about 2 days ago, was it? Not chopping my finger off with a head hair. Not that dream, the other dream. The dream that I had. It's that festival tonight. Oh, wow. It's that festival tonight. I'm going to it. that I dreamed about when he gave me that message, that he wished for me. Can I wait for him? Can I believe in him? Time for a deep dive, deep relationship, deeper emotions, a lot of emotions coming up in this offer. The offer of truth, it could be a very emotional offer that comes in now with that knight. Speaking his truth, or her. Nice. Hi, Anali. We've got the pig spirit. Use your mind wisely. So don't. This is about ego, right? Our ego minds, our subconscious minds, the fearful mind, the one that tells us that the sky's falling, that they're going to do it again, the fearful one, you know. Use our mind wisely. So you've got to recognize that ego mind that says, be afraid, be very afraid. This has all been about mastering the ego, really, hasn't it? Because this willing entanglement, is it a rerun of imbalanced stuff? Are you being asked to be codependent again? Or is it something that could achieve balance, but right now it's just a little bit out of balance and it's time to give? It's, you know, it's that. But if we let our ego tell us, be afraid, be very afraid, be very afraid. I don't want that update right now. I'm doing a live. Yeah, our mind, you know, something could be great for us and our mind could be so fearful because of a past experience that we've had. So just be careful of that. Use your mind wisely. Notice. Try and listen to the ego. Just be present with it and just like, okay, like you would a child. A child who has a nightmare or that's waking up screaming, you go to the bedroom and say there's a monster in the cupboard. You don't start screaming and say, oh my God, there's a monster in the cupboard and call the police. You don't do that, right? And so in our mind, what do you do? You soothe them instead and you show them that there's no monster in the cupboard. You calm them down, they go back to sleep. We need to do the same for ourselves. Our subconscious mind is doing that all the time, screaming, there's a monster in the cupboard. And we've got to recognize it and not scream, oh my God, yes there is. We've got to soothe ourselves, calm ourselves down and reassure ourselves that there's no monster in the cupboard. That's what that's about. So fear could kick in today. Yeah, have heart open, but mind switched on, Marge. You made it to the live, Anali, yay. Wow, 2:35 5 a.m. You're not sleeping because of the full moon. We've got Outer Spirit. You are never alone. You never were alone. Oh, this is for those of you that it's all about a reconciliation. The otters are in the shape of the heart there. You were never alone. They were always with you. Oh, in spirit they were always with you. The heart was always with you. You've been in separation. They never left you, really. They might have left you physically, but they never left you. You've always been in the heart. Wow. Wow. Yes. Could be the day of emotional reconciliation. If we're ready, if we've learned our lessons from the past. Let's get some of these out and then I'll do the mini reads for everybody. Yeah, I'm going to publish it tonight. I've just decided. My new pick a card read is Are They Coming Back? I think it's the night to do it on this full moon, to publish that one. It might be a little bit late if I do it tomorrow. That's what I'm feeling. Maybe I publish it this morning. The riddle. I could do that. I could publish it this morning. Right. Starting off with the self. It's all about us, what our heart has been shining out there. The energy that our heart's been putting out there. Who's been in your heart? You've been the outer too. Someone else has not been alone. Even though you might not have been physically with them, someone else has not been alone. They've been in your heart. That's the energy you've been shining out. Are you ready yet? There's a pearl in the middle of that too. Pearl of wisdom maybe. Are you ready yet? Are you really ready? The kiss. Beautiful card. It keeps on coming out, doesn't it? This card. The kiss. Coming together. And the riddle. The story. This keeps on coming up. This message keeps on coming up. I get it with the poet and I get it with this riddle card too. It's about the story of your life, you know. The universe and your higher self. It wants it to be a good story. It wants it to be like a great story to tell the grandkids, you know. It doesn't want it to be a boring story. And so when you're thinking, why can't it just be easy? Why does there have to be these challenges? Why does there have to be this drama? Why does it have to be so hard? Because it's a really good story. Would you go and watch a film? Would you go and watch a movie about your life if it was just as you'd asked for it to be? How you were trying to manifest it, nice and peaceful, nothing much happening? You wouldn't. Your higher self doesn't want that for you either. It wants it to be a riddle. Yeah, the kiss card is beautiful, isn't it? It's all going to make sense in the end, especially while you've been apart but not really apart, says the order. It's all going to make sense in the end. Wow. So, let's do some mini reads for you all. Me first. Oh my God. This moment in initiate, I've got to start something. I've got to initiate it. No, I'm not. He can initiate it. Maria. If anyone wants one of those full tarot spreads with these cards, they're half price at the moment, as are my full moon readings as well. You can find all of those on behealing.com. behealing.com. Haven't been kissed forever, Marge. I have. Maria. The camera's lagging. I can't see what the cards are yet. Friend and be still, keep quiet. I'm going to start the camera off again because I can't see. I can't see what the cards are when it's lagging. That's why I got an order in. I'm just laughing because that guy sent a message. It was on my phone screen. Maria, friend, be still, keep quiet. Oh yeah. So in the energy update, you know how I said some of these offers that the universe is giving, it's not necessarily just a love offer, you know, a lover coming in. As I said, like mine, one of my tasks was some guy wanting to do a collaboration apparently, but he didn't have anything to offer. And so for a lot of these offers that are empty offers, it's friends that are offering those. And so Maria, you've got a friend offering you something that it's an empty offer. And you need to take time, because it might be with friendships, you know, you'll always say yes to your friends, right? And so if that has been your natural inclination to say yes straight away, this is saying give yourself some time. Give yourself some time to decide, because it's an empty offer and you're going to see that. But yeah, somehow give yourself some time. Be still, keep quiet. Don't say yes straight away. Maria. Tara. Tara, you've got mystery and forgive them. You don't know why someone's doing what they're doing, but they've got a reason for it, but they're holding it back. They're keeping it to themselves. Not telling you why. You probably got a feeling about that, Tara. That they're holding something back, that they've got a reason behind it, but they're not telling you. Yeah, I don't know whether they will tell you either. I don't know whether that truth will ever come out. If this Tara is about a romantic relationship, maybe the truth will come out around this full moon. But either way, you've got to be okay about not knowing. Someone's keeping secrets and they've got good reason to do that, or they think they've got good reason to do that. So Just kind of let it go, Tara. Let it go. Deb. Deb, nurture yourself. You're heard. Oh, interesting. Right, so this is about filling your cups up first. This was what my personal cards were today. Fill your own cups up first, like the Nine of Cups. The nines, to me, are about doing it for yourself first. In independent mode, single mode, doing it for yourself, filling your cups up, nurturing yourself. This I am heard card, the energy that I get from it is like not being heard, of, say, a woman in a family who's always doing things for everyone else, never has some time for herself, and she thinks it's them. She thinks it's them that's not giving her time for herself, but it's not. It's her giving her time to the rest of them, not putting herself first. So this nurture yourself first. It's not that you're not heard, it's that you're not hearing yourself and your own needs and putting yourself first. So that's that. Nurture yourself. Fill your own cups first. It's okay to be selfish. Ariana. Oh. Relationship healing, intimacy healing, Ariana. Got someone to sort something out with. It could happen around this full moon for sure. Healing that intimacy, talking with each other, heart-to-heart conversation about your feelings and healing that. I think this kind of thing is going to happen for a lot of people around this full moon. Is that Ariana? Can't remember who I was doing then. Yeah, Ariana. Donna. Going with the flow and completions. Like I saw the Ten of Swords in my head there. Completions. So the Ten of Swords, the one that just popped into my head there, it was the actual image of the Ten of Swords that popped in my head. Not from a deck that I've got, I don't think, unless it's this one. Let's find it and see. Because the images of... Oh. No, maybe it's in... Hang on. I'm going to find it because the image is really important that I saw. It's the Ten of Swords. No, it's not that one. 747. The number 747 have been haunting me, stalking me for many, many years. Always look at the time when it's 7:47. I see it everyone. Where are you, 10? No, it's not that one. Maybe it's not in a deck that I've got, I don't know. Oh yeah, I think it's in this one. Just because it is a woman. And this is the card, this is the deck that's all women. Just talk amongst yourselves while I'm searching for this card. I just want to show you that image. Because it's very rare that that happens, that I have an image of a card pop into my head like that. No, it's not this one. It's not this one. Okay. Well, the image that I had, it is from one deck. I obviously don't have that deck. But it's of this woman with all of the swords on her back, carrying them all herself. And that's the image when I saw completion here, Donna. That's the image that I saw, is you carrying all the weight. You doing it all. That is what is completing. You carrying all the burdens. You Yeah. You don't need to do it all anymore. So it's like you've got help coming in, but you need to let go of that, the carrying all the burdens yourself. It reminds me of, like I remember when I used to do this too. Say if I was hiring some help for my business, old me was the burdened one, and I would have even if I hired someone, it would have ended up burdening me more, right? Like that offer, that guy, that collaboration, it would have ended up burdening me more. That was the energy that I was in. I was just in total give energy. And so even if I thought that I was going to receive from something, it wouldn't be. It would be another chance to give. So I'm feeling that same for you, is that even if you thought before that you were handing some of those swords off to someone else, or is it wands? Yeah. You weren't offloading it. You were holding them yourself and saying to that person, "Climb on my back too." It's that that's ending. Carrying all the weight and more. Marge is next. Marge, fulfillment and communicate. You need to communicate your needs and your desires and what it is that you want and what will fulfill you, and know that it's okay. Like, it's okay to have those fulfilled by someone else, and it's okay to voice that to someone else. Communicate what would fulfill you and let them meet that. If they're willing to meet that, it could be that you've been in one-sided relationships as well where they don't want to fulfill you. And maybe a part of you has realised that, and so you've never spoken out about what would fulfill you. You don't communicate it because you're expecting correctly that they'll say, "No, I'm not giving to you." Something like that. So communicate it, because it might be a shock. But it might be the shock that you need when they say no to you. April. April. Oh, you're being shown what you feel guilty about, April. You're being woken up to that so that you can release that guilt. So situations will come up for you that show you when you feel guilty, that reignite that kind of guilt inside of you for you to release that. You don't need to feel guilty. Maybe it's around that, I don't know, it could be around the giving thing. Maybe you think that you should just be there for others, and then you feel guilty when you stand up for yourself. It could be something, I'm not getting it strongly though. That. Annalie. Yes, you can have one. Nice. Yeah, you're on track. So you're following your guidance pretty good. Your intuition is good, Annalie, and you are on track to what it is that you want. So don't have this feeling that you're lost or you don't know what's happening, because you're on that path. And so have that belief that you are on that path, because you are. This is your higher self saying, yep, you've heard it all right. You're going in the right direction. Good job. Sometimes we can trip ourselves up by just not believing that. You know, say if you're in a kayak going down a river. Oh, yeah. In a kayak going down a river. It was on a canal, in fact. I'd gone kayaking with my son, my eldest son. So I used to live on a canal, like had a powered pontoon at the back of the house. And so we went kayaking toward the ocean. And he'd never been in these kayaks before. They were plastic ones. And he just struggled the whole way. He struggled the whole way, and I'm like, just relax, stop it. He was like, you know, he would like paddle one side and the kayak would go that way, and then paddle the other side and the kayak would go that way, and he was spinning in circles. He just wasn't relaxed, and he was getting really angry too. He ended up actually climbing out to the other side on these rocks and getting all cut up with oysters. Then he was bleeding and he was going around in circles, and it was just like, oh my God, would you just relax? Would you just relax and go with the flow? Why are you fighting it so much? And I was there just having a really easy paddle, watching him struggling so much. It was just where his head was at, you know. That's what we can do to ourselves. Instead of just flowing with it and being relaxed and easy, we can say, it's not going right, I'm not on track. You know, so don't do that to yourself. Annalie. Melissa, relax and prepare. Relax yourself, restore yourself, get ready for what's next. I feel like it's a downtime for you at the moment, and for a very good reason. Things are about to kick off soon. I don't mean kick off like a fight, I mean kick off, get going. Things are going to get going, so prepare yourself. Get clear-minded, clear-energied, ready for the next step. Chris, and then Teresa, that's with Chris. Chris. This message has come out in a lot of private readings lately. Open your heart, soften and open your heart, then choose changes. Don't choose changes from that Queen of Swords kind of energy. Yes, it's good to have boundaries and all of that, but then you don't be in that bullshit kind of boundary energy and then make choices in your life. Instead, sit in meditation, get your heart open, and then make choices for your life. It's about knowing what to do when you're in different energies, knowing when to do your manifestation stuff and when not to. It's which queen do you pull out in each moment, and which queen are you being when you do your law of attraction stuff, when you choose the changes, when you're writing down your goals and things like that. Make sure that you're in the right energy when you do certain things, because you embody all of them. But you need to know which energies are best for different situations. Teresa, who is with Chris. Okay. Teresa, you've got this repeating story going on, coming out of your mouth, I mean. The story that you tell everyone. I don't know what it is. It could be something like, it never works out for me, or I'm always the one doing the work, or something like that. There's a story and it comes out of your mouth. You tell people that. It's like an excuse. But it's not. It's like, it's almost as if you think the whole universe, that's just the way it is, that's your role. So you need to become aware of that story that you keep on telling inside your mind, and it comes out of your mouth as well. And that's what I'm hearing, is that you're telling people that story all the time. Because you're creating that story for yourself. So be aware of it. Be aware of it so you can let go of it and stop yourself. When you feel like you're going to say it again, stop yourself and rewrite that story to be something much better, because you don't need to create that for yourself. You know, the universe is always going to give us the energy we're putting out there. And if we're telling ourselves a disempowering story like that, yeah, it feels good to our ego for a while because it's an excuse, right? If you're struggling getting what you want, it's a good excuse. We come up with these excuses and it actually just make us feel a bit better because we don't feel in control. But it gets to a point where we keep on telling that story and we actually create it into being. So don't do that. Tanya. Wow. Love and create. So open your heart, get into that right Queen of Cups energy, then write down your list of what you want in a partner, or the behaviours that you want out of your current partner if you're already in a relationship. Create the love that you want. Really get tuned into what it is that you want, what would fulfill you, the kind of love that would fulfill you. Nice. Judy. Yeah, fill your own cups first, Judy. Be with nature, self-love, nurture yourself. Fill your own cups up first. So often when we're not loving ourselves, that's when we want to be in a relationship. We need someone else to love us because we're not loving ourselves. We're not giving ourselves what we need. It's the same, do it for yourself first. Fill your own cups up first, and then someone will naturally come in to match you and love you as you're loving yourself. Love yourself first. Antar. Ooh. Antar, communicate intimately. Communicate your feelings to somebody. Open up about it. Fess up about it. It's something that you've been holding back. You need to communicate that. Told you, I knew that this energies were going to be around this full moon. There's going to be a lot of this, people speaking out the truth. Like the Knight of Swords there. The feelings especially. Communicate your feelings with that person. I'm not sure who it is, Tara. You're welcome, Ariana. Donna says everyone should make some super powerful moon paper tomorrow. Put some paper in a large Ziploc bag and put it outside tomorrow morning. Leave it out for the 24 hours of the full moon. Ooh. Annalie, you can. Did I do you, Annalie? Let me just see. Yes. I did. Yeah, the messages come up in a different order on your screens than it does on my screen, because when you put it in your device it shows up straight away, but it doesn't show up on everyone else's device straight away. It takes a while to get through those pipes. So often you think you see it in a different order and you think I've missed you out, but I haven't. Use that paper on the new moon in November to write your manifestations. The moon was so bright last night, it was like there was a light on outside shining through my curtains. Be nice not to carry it all anymore. Yeah, I don't know. So it seems like it's the end of that for you. That's good. Of course, you've got to choose that. You've got to choose to give that up. Troy's back. Elizabeth. 10 of Rods it was. The Lightseer's deck, was it? I know the 10 of Wands is that, but this, I don't know. I think the 10 of Wands in this deck, isn't it a guy though? It was actually a Swords card. I don't think it's a deck that I've got. I think it's a deck that I've seen other people using. Because it's definitely the Swords and she's carrying them all on her back, like heavy, heavy, heavy. But yeah, it is like the 10 of Wands image that is on a lot of decks. Oh. But we've got to stop doing that, right? We've got to stop carrying the weight, and then someone says, can I help you? And it's like, yeah, climb on my back too. Climb on my back too. Just threw everything on the floor. I haven't used these decks for ages, the Lightseers and the other one. It's going to be the last card, isn't it? Maybe I messed up. No, see, it's not the 10 of Wands. It's from another deck. It's, yeah, and it's definitely the Swords and not the Wands, because... but it is like the 10 of Wands and other decks, for sure. Who am I doing it with? Very much thank you, Marge. Maria, thank you, Clara. I've paid for a double tarot read and energy healing. Awesome. The last readings have been charged full price instead of taking the voucher off. Oh, really? I'll check. Donna, it's not Lightseers, but I know the exact card you're talking about. Yeah, the image just popped up. You're welcome, April. You're welcome, Melissa. And Chris, and Chris's friend. Can't remember. Judy, overwhelmed, hard during these times. You're welcome, Tanya. And Tar, I think I have an idea of what information I should tell which person, but I've never actually felt fear before like I did with thinking about it. Oh, yeah. Timothy, you're not too late. Forgive them, right. I had these cards in my hand already. Forgive them and write. Write to them, forgive them. Send them a message, forgive them. Someone that you need to forgive, Timothy. Send them a message. The Rider-Waite deck. I don't have the Rider-Waite deck. Yeah, it could be that one. One of Missy's decks she uses. Yeah, I'm not sure which deck I'm thinking of, but it's an image that I've seen many times, obviously, because it popped right into my head. So there we go, that's the full moon. Good luck. Elizabeth, didn't I do you? Don't think I did. Let's do Elizabeth before we leave. Elizabeth, be willing to heal. There's things to be healed, but you need to be willing to heal it first. So at the moment you shut down from that, shut down from working things out. Before we can heal, we do need to shut down. We need to protect ourselves, right? Especially if you haven't had good boundaries. Go into hermit mode. But this is saying like you need to be willing to open back up again and willing to sort things out, willing to heal. Just be willing. You don't need to know how to do it. Just be willing first of all, and your higher self will lead you to that healing that you need. That's sweet. It's a nice way to end things. Oh, just back from helping soon-to-be ex make out her part of the divorce paperwork. Sounds good to me. Sounds like you're moving forward. That's good, Timothy. So thank you everyone for coming along. I will enjoy the festival, thanks. And if you want one of those tarot readings, there they are. The full Celtic cross spread with this deck that I use. And also the full moon readings are half price as well. You can get those on behealing.com on the homepage there. And what else? That's it. I will be putting a pick a card readout today. Maybe very, very soon. I might put it out very soon. And then, yeah. Thanks for all of your support. See you next time. Probably not tomorrow. I don't know. I might do tomorrow. I keep on saying that, probably not, and then I'll do a show right up. Bye.